Ozil slides an absolutely delightful ball through to Bellerin, and Aubameyang scores! He's only been on the pitch for a matter of moments, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. 3 players in the box, Pepe might not need them! It's that left foot again from Nicola Pepe.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. You are watching Arsenal from Hong Kong, and today you're with me with a completely different setup. But of course I'm with Ralphie today, and he came to my house for once.
Yeah, I'm not lazy for once.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, but seriously,
so welcome back.
Coronavirus a little bit died down, so we're able to meet, but we'll do some Zoom, some.
Also, we're putting a microphone here because we forgot to. We can't right now. The plug is too far. But I really like how we did this. We took some time, and I think we deserve to get lots of likes and views for this. And tell me if next time you want a green screen. Because even though it's not all the same color. And also Rafi's gonna put some things. But even though there's nothing here, I think that we're gonna just put there's this app where you don't have to have the same color for a green screen, and just make the cool background. But just check it out here. Links in the description. I'm gonna put it in. Yeah, it's really good. But yes, we're gonna be talking about a lot of things. But one thing is certain today. Some breaking news coming out. 2 breaking news, and obviously it's gonna lead us to the transfer news today. But today we've got. We're gonna be talking about the French Ligue, Ligue.
Yeah.
So it has been cancelled this season.
I don't know. It's not cancelled. It's just been postponed.
Yeah. No, it has been cancelled. Yeah, but no, they have postponed it to September.
Yeah.
Which will end their season, and the September will start their season. Hopefully, they've only postponed until September.
Yeah.
We never know what will happen after that. What are your thoughts on that, Ralphie?
Well, yeah, obviously French football is really important in France, so
Very important. Okay, just
yeah, man, I think it'd be very disappointing to see it until September. I think that's a little bit odd because I think the coronavirus will die down by September.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll postpone it, they'll bring it back a little bit earlier. We never know though, but I think it's looking likely that the French League will be cancelled. So this will mean, what do you think it will like? Will they do the standings from now?
Well, I think that is certain because according to the table, it has been pretty close and the games have been same. And I think all the teams deserve their spot. I don't think there's any outliers. For example, the Premier League, I think Sheffield United deserved top 5, which gave them a chance to go to the CL. I don't think Manchester United deserved it, although, the last month they have been doing pretty well to get that top 5 spot. But, lots of games were not played in the Premier League because, towards the end of the season, it's always the games, 1 game in hand, 2 games in hand.
Yeah.
However, compared to, the league, the French League, I think that it will be the same. It will stay the same, and I think they all the teams deserve their spot, including the relegation. Maybe the relegation a little bit of change, but top 3, which not top 4, but top 3 for Champions League spot is same. And I'm pretty happy, because I in the French side I support Marseille, so yeah, they are second place, which means it guarantees them a spot to the Champions League for now. I think all those teams deserve it. It's Paris, Marseille, guaranteed. To be fair, they're the both teams. It's like the when both teams play. It's like Real Madrid, Barcelona.
Yeah. So if Marseille went to the French league, I don't know much about France football, but would it mean really big for Marseille, or would it mean we're in Europe again, or would it be really big parties and stuff like that, or is it not really a big deal?
It's not really a big deal, to be fair, because only 10 years ago, they won the league. And it has always been consistent, to be fair. In the Premier League's the most change. There's always the most change. After the teams, one team doesn't win it for more than 4 or 5 years compared to the French League. And especially, to be fair, the Bundesliga is the less better one. It's always a little bit the same. But I think for the... I think for compared, to Serie A for the same, Juventus, maybe Dortmund this season, but it's always the same. It's more than 5 years. Those teams win it 10 years in a row. But I think Liga, although it's not the same quality, I think, to be fair, La Liga, Bundesliga, and Serie A and Bundesliga especially are better. But however, the leagues are all different, and that league also, I think, deserves. That league also is like consistent.
Yeah. But yeah, the reason we're talking about the French league is because William Saliba, he is a French league player, but he's also an Arsenal player, and he's actually registered to play this season. Arsenal, thinking through, they've registered him. William Saliba is registered as a under 23 player. So he's not in the 25, but he's actually registered still. Which will mean that if, because his loan actually finishes in June, and if the Premier League has still been playing, he will be able to play for Arsenal. But also, if Arsenal play against a team like Manchester United or Wolves or Sheffield, and William Saliba scores in the last minute to get the Champions League spot for Arsenal, that will cause corruption. I'm not even joking. I think this through. It will. If William Saliba plays, loads of clubs will, I don't know, maybe lots of clubs have the same thing as Arsenal, but it'll be very, very funny to see if William Saliba.
I can't imagine that.
But
it would be pretty funny.
We might be able to see William Saliba this season, as his loan finishes till the June 30th, which will mean that he'll be able to play for Arsenal. Jules, a bit about William Saliba.
So
do you think he's the right man for Arsenal? Obviously, this is a little bit late to talk about. Is he the right man because he's already an Arsenal player? But what do you think William Saliba will bring to Arsenal?
Oh, well, obviously, he's 18. He used to be 18 when we bought him, and 19 now. Like Gabriel Martinelli, but in defense. That's what we can say. Except, we already knew him, and I don't know how we bought that guy. When you imagine, now he's but he's still
linked with Barca
but
he
was still that injury prone. He's still that injury prone type of guy, so he gets injured often.
Yeah.
So he's still that guy, and this year he did get injured, so that is not good. That's not a good sign.
Oh yeah, he did.
That's Arsenal's problem, and that is not good. But to be fair, other than that, his defensive qualities are really good, and if he doesn't get injured, I think we have a chance for the Premier League, or guaranteed the Champions League. And obviously, all those details aren't confirmed, but there's also one that might be certain. If he joins Arsenal early, that means he'll also have to take the wage cut and the league differently. And obviously, I'm going to be talking about something after, but yes, let's just talk for Saliba meanwhile. But yeah, what's he gonna do what is he gonna bring to the Arsenal team? A lot of things, as I said, defensive qualities. He has also experience. I don't know, but he can learn from players like David Luiz or Socrates from the Bundesliga, or some old players. I think mostly David Luiz.
But if Saliba comes in, we'll have to sell one of our defensives.
So
and it will most likely be one of our bigger defenders.
Okay, yeah, I
think David Luiz, Papa, Rob Holding, Chambers. Which one of those?
Mary also, but Mary. He's
coming. We'll keep Mary.
He's coming on a permanent deal soon. He's on loan, remember?
Yeah.
So yes, one thing though, we have a lot of defenders, obviously, as we said. And we have a lot of defenders this season, but some of them are injured. But one thing you have to keep in mind, though, not all of them are, not all. We don't have to make them all go to a loan. We don't have to make them all go on a permanent deal. We can make them go on the loan also.
Yeah.
And yes, so making them go on the loan would be, ideal for some of the teams. As some of them will retire. Like David Luiz would retire, for example.
Yeah, so he's
Socrates. And yes.
Would you sell Socrates?
Yeah, I would sell Socrates.
I'm a big fan of Socrates. I think
but
he's a decent centre back.
Look at this
I think
now.
He's very underrated.
Yeah. To be fair, he's. I remember at the start of this season when I saw he wasn't that good, but in the middle of the season, to be fair, you're right. I could see he was underrated, and people were underrating him way too much, and he did one mistake, and Arsenal fans would get so angry. I remember, I think it was Troops that got so angry after one of his games against. You remember Watford when he conceded that goal from?
Yes.
Yeah, but that's not.
That was the one thing that Socrates didn't do very well. But that happens in football.
Yeah,
it's not going to excuse.
To be fair, he's a little bit slow, but he's the type of defender we need. He's the Dio Upamecano we have.
Yeah,
to be fair, the exact same player. That changes my mind basically because he's the same guy, strong and physical and all that. Everything you can name. And although he's less better, still the player that you want in the Arsenal team.
Yeah.
So what you said just changed my mind. So yes, pretty cool. What do you think? Anything to add on, Socrates?
Just again, he's not very rated that high. So I think a good season for a good season, he'll be like, oh my god, Papa's so brilliant and stuff like that. I think one good season and everyone would be like, oh, even half a season, everyone would be like, oh my god.
Yeah, but you're right. I mean, especially under Arteta, lots of players are improving. But enough about that. We've also got a lot of players. We've also next up got Chambers. What do you think about Chambers? Callum Chambers plays at Arsenal right now. So my thoughts were putting him on the right back position, as you know, and put Maitland-Niles on loan. What do you think about that?
That's a good one. Maitland-Niles, I think he's had good.
Yeah, he's had a good season. But when Arteta came, once Bellerin replaced him, I think he's done. I'm sorry to say, especially Bellerin might be leaving too. That's one thing also. So either if Maitland-Niles is on loan, that definitely shows. That already answers the question that Chambers will go on the right back position and Bellerin will be the starter.
Although Chambers won't be able to play.
Yeah, that's the thing.
For the rest of this season, no matter what, because his injury finishes in I think September.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, the season will start by that time. At the time, we'll get to end the season at that time. Hopefully, even at that time, that's still like 4 months, is it? Yeah, 4 months.
Yeah.
That's in a long time. So hopefully we get to change that. And yeah, it's really disappointing that we've got a lot of defenders, but it's good. I really like the ones we've got, and we can have another players. We've got lots of players like David Luiz. They'll bring experience to the team, especially for Saliba, as he's 18 years old. We've also got Pablo Mari that's about to come on a permanent deal for 10 million, reportedly 10 million. And as he's going to be our first player that we're going to sign. Remember, he's not. We didn't sign him technically, but now we're officially going to sign him.
Yeah.
Loan and sign is different. But yes, that does count as our first transfer, and I think that will be our first transfer.
Yeah, hopefully.
Unless if something bad, if something happens. But also the right back. Coming back to right back team, we've also got Cedric. Do you think he will go back? Because he has two loan or what? Do you think he'll sign? Actually. Yeah. Do you think he'll sign permanent? Because he's 5 million, I think, something that cheap. Would you take?
I haven't seen. If I have to be honest, I've seen Source play for Southampton, and he's been really good.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen him for Arsenal, so I can't make my final. Right there. I can't make my final judgment just yet, but I'm sure he'll be a fantastic player. I think we talked about it in another podcast. Actually, we talked about Cedric.
Yeah, we did. Actually, we didn't.
Did we?
Yeah, we did for a little bit because we're talking about how he's on loan and if he's good or if we didn't talk about how he could be on a permanent deal. You see, like Pablo Mari and Cedric Soares might be our first permanent deals. Pablo Mari for 10 million and Cedric Soares for reportedly 5 to 15 million. As he's only 29 years old. Any final defenders we've got? We've got Mustafi finally. What do you think about him?
We have to keep him. Like I know he's only been playing good for just 3 weeks before the coronavirus, but he's actually shown some good progressive change. The way he defends is different. The way he holds up the ball is different. The way he passes back around is different. So that's what I like to see. From Mustafi. Jules.
Yeah, dyeing his hair white gave him better luck. So dumb. But anyways, still that is pretty surprising. But under Mikel Arteta, it's kind of obvious. Players I can remember, we got him for 40 million. Everyone thought it would be a bad transfer. And remember, he's still only 27, and he's a good player. 28, I think, already turned or something. 28, because I saw his birthday. It was like last week. So happy birthday to you. I think it was
his birthday was last week.
So yes, 28 years old. Mate, hopefully you do very well for Arsenal. And hopefully you can stay. I think next season we might actually start 3-4-3, unless if we stay under Mikel Arteta.
No,
I think it will be Bellerin, Chambers substitute, and then we've got 2 centre backs. We've got Mary, obviously, and we've got unless if Cedric comes, so we can put sorry, what's his name? The other right back, Chambers, we can put him on loan. But yes, we've got centre backs, David Luiz, 1 more year and then he'll retire. And I think it'll be good when Mustafi and Saliba will play alongside, or other players like we can maybe put Chambers back in if he doesn't have enough game time. And yes, some good options. We've also Papa. Remember, he's a Dayot Upamecano. I think he might start alongside Saliba, although he can also play right back, as you can see in multiple FA Cups, but it's a little bit risky there. He's the type of Dayot Upamecano, as we said. So let's just move on.
Let's talk a little bit.
We've got also another coronavirus situation. We shall talk about that.
Jens Lehmann.
So yes, Jens Lehmann. So there was no news reports. The only report that was coming out was from himself, from an interview he did, and he has said that he had confirmed the confirmed COVID-19 a positive test pretty long ago, like 2 weeks ago was it, and he already recovered from it.
Yeah, that's good.
And he had a really mild coronavirus, but coronavirus symptoms, as long as you have them, it counts. Or maybe you don't, because some researchers did say that coronavirus, even though you have it, doesn't mean that you have the symptoms.
Yeah.
So yes, but anyways, he has had it. Nothing really to add on to him. But what do you think? Maybe we can come back to when he was actually a goalie. What do you think? Do you think he's a good goalkeeper?
Yeah, it was wicked. Invincible season. Was he the invincible season goalkeeper? Wasn't he?
Yeah. So really good player. We can add on into that list. And yes, actually pretty good. We've also got. What should we talk about next? What should we talk about?
Well, let's move into the midfield role. 3 players that look like they're on the cards to signing. 3 players that look like they might be leaving Arsenal. Ceballos, Torreira, Mesut Ozil. Let's start with Ceballos. What do you think is the future for Ceballos?
So actually, Arteta was confirmed last time that he was going to sign one player. He said that he would want to. He said he would want to sign 3 players, 1 in the attacking places, 1 in the defense, and 1 in the center defensive midfield role. He has never mentioned Cam, by the way. So that includes Ozil, so he will not be there. But we'll also be talking about him after. And yes, we've got Ceballos, obviously. He might be the player that Arteta wants to sign. Obviously, remember, he's on loan. He'll be returning at the end of this season. We only signed him this season. That's crazy. He has done a lot, that shows. But he was injured, and it's unfortunate. It's like Denis Suarez, the same type of season, except, he's better. So he's the actual player we will want to have. Since he has a really good season when he played, Real Madrid will ask for a bigger price than 40 million. Hopefully not. I think he's a key player to our team. He's like that player that gives energy. He can start from wherever he is. Starting lineup, defensive role. When he comes on, whether it's center attacking midfield or center defensive midfield, he brings that energy into the team when we're losing or anything, and we actually might win the game. That's what happened against Burnley when we're 1-1. But except he started the whole game, I think.
Well, apparently Ceballos actually wants to go back to Real Madrid, but Zidane's not giving him a contract.
Yeah.
So this is a good time for Arsenal to cash in before Zidane does change his mind. Moving on, Torreira, AC Milan rumours. Is moving back to Italy for Torreira. Apparently Torreira does actually want to stay at Arsenal. He does So hopefully he does stay. But
Pause.
no, it's still on because you can see the green.
Yeah, but it was stopped like last time. Remember?
No, but you can see the green.
Oh, was it the storage last time?
Well, just kind of. Yeah, still on.
Okay.
It's
But what was it? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Moving back to Italy for Torreira. He is happy at Arsenal, actually. I believe he is. He has said a couple times he is happy, but when a player says they're happy, it normally means the other
No,
thing.
I don't know. To be fair, he doesn't look that happy in this picture. But yes, he doesn't look happy in the picture. But anyways, he's a really good player. I think he's one of the players that we will keep as Unai Emery. As Mikel Arteta has said, a good player that we need in this team. Obviously, kind of obvious to be fair. And yeah, this is one of the defensive places that we need to work on. The places that we need to work on, and a little bit better, so they can all, because Vieira was by himself. He was a king. He was like the defensive. He owned the defense by himself.
Yeah.
You can't really count the other people, but he owned the defense by himself. That's why he's a really good player, a key player to Arsenal. However, now we have changed positions. Not only one centre defensive midfield, two centre defensive midfield, as our attack is good enough and our wing backs. So yes, when in the defensive part, I think Danny Ceballos will go up front.
Yeah,
when
but
we play
when we play one defensive midfield, we play one defensive midfielder, it's so exposed.
Yeah, I saw one that was under Mikel Arteta and a bit under Freddie Ljungberg. I could see Xhaka playing by himself when he still wasn't that good. But when Arteta came, you could see. Yeah, but I think instead of just one player owning the defense, which is Vieira in that case in the past, I think this time it will be two players. But as long as it's one or two players or three players even, I think it's perfectly fine. Lucas Torreira and Granit Xhaka, because the centre defensive midfield was a key role at Arsenal, and I think now we're starting to do well there. So we're conceding less goals, and instead, we have had, and we're actually finishing the goals. That's one thing we have to work on, right? But yes, we're actually doing better at that. And he's the player that we need to keep, the defensive type of player, and Xhaka the passing type of player in the defense to spread the ball across and to confuse the players' attack, the opponent's players. But yes, I think we're almost done here. We've also got Mesut Ozil.
Mesut Ozil quickly. 350k a week, but he could leave. Ozil, I'll talk a little bit about him. Ozil, he is I'm a fan of Ozil. I like Ozil as a player. I like him playing around. I think when people say he's rubbish, they're crazy.
Or overrated, I guess.
Because he's not rubbish. He's a decent player. I like him playing for Arsenal, but you never know.
350k is a lot. He's the most expensive player at Arsenal, obviously.
But he does donate a lot of money to charity.
Obviously,
I think he's a good player. He brings some energy to the team, but he gets too much hate, and I don't really like seeing that.
Yeah, but he's too expensive. I think it's a time now, to move on and to sell him to places like China or somewhere that will actually accept to pay the fee. As it's bad leagues, but as long as the teams pay the fee for old players, because they pay the fees for old players, the fee that's demanded, and that is good. Even more. So yes, we might get him, and yes, so that's really good. We've also got one more player that we haven't talked about. But one last part about Ozil. Sorry. So who do you think will be the replacement? I'm gonna do a video on the top 5 replacements of him, exposed
Jules.
No, it's fine. But this was coming obviously. By
you're doing the top 5 series, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing that. I'm not gonna tell you the first top 5 I'm doing. So yeah, just stay tuned for that. But anyways,
I already know.
who do you think will be the player that will replace Ozil? As I said, I'm gonna be doing a top 5 video. But there's some options like Kai Havertz, James Rodriguez.
Kai Havertz
had a good season.
They're both very unlikely. Kai Havertz, big asking price.
And then
James Rodriguez, it's normal now. Real Madrid are going to be asking big price. So I think they're very unrealistic. Although I actually do see James Rodriguez coming to Arsenal if Arsenal pay around 40-30 million maybe.
Yeah.
But I know Real, they're not going to give us 40-30 million. They're going to be like 70-80 million. So
No, what was it? Kai Havertz was learning English, I think, and he was coming to the Premier League.
I think it's going to be typical.
However, I think typical, just too expensive, and typical, Man United, Man City, even Liverpool now has joined that area. And we've also got, James Rodriguez, not a good season, however, a bit different, and he hasn't been good enough. And we've also got the centre attacking midfield from Feyenoord. What do you think? Do you think he's highly likely? Okay, I know we don't know. I think he will be replaced to Ozil, but other than that, do you think he's more likely than the other players I've named? Kai Havertz.
If I have to be honest, I haven't really seen much of this Feyenoord player, but he apparently he sounds really good. He sounds fantastic. So I would be open to sign him. Because the likes of Kai Havertz and maybe James Rodriguez is pretty unlikely. I reckon if James Rodriguez comes to Arsenal, he won't be the best player. But we'll have to wait and see, don't we, Jules?
Yeah. So let's just see. So we were linked with a lot of players also, but I think that's enough today. And finally, also one legend got the coronavirus. Jens Lehmann, get well soon. Although you're already all right. But you still have. He didn't have problem breathing. He didn't have to stay at the hospital, luckily. Anyways, I think that's it for today's video. We have lots of questions remaining for us. Obviously, the Saliba thing, as I said. But that leads us to the end of the video. So, any last words, Rafi?
Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.
Those are your last words. Okay, cool. I'm going to say the same thing. Thank you for watching. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, don't forget to like and also subscribe and share the video. That's also pretty important, so more people can view the podcasts that we do. Also, we did this Arsenal vlogs thing last time.
Yeah.
And please watch that. It's an important message. Although I messed it up, but it's fine. Yes, but that is it. As I said, like, share, subscribe, and also comment down below.
We love replying to
that.
comments.
Yes, and we don't do that in the podcast. We should do that in the podcast next time, actually. But we like doing that. Also, lots of people have viewed that Arsenal vlog video, and I'm going to. Rafi, you can reply to some of your videos, the comments to your videos. I saw that. To the podcast also. Another one from the intro, and I'll record. I'll reply to a few of them from the Arsenal vlogs video. But thank you for watching,
and we'll see you in the next video.
Yeah,
ciao.
Bye.